Hi there, gorgeous, and a very happy drugstore December to you. If you missed my initial announcement, every video for the whole month of December is drugstore themed. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are drugstore December, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are Dupe It December. So please subscribe so you don't miss out on 5 drugstore videos a week. It is almost over. I'm totally bummed. I looked at the calendar today and I said, oh my gosh. Next week is Christmas, so it's one more week and one day left of drugstore December. I'm going to miss it, although the schedule's been tough, let me tell you. Today, I am reviewing a palette from Essence. I was in Ulta recently and stumbled across this Counting Hearts palette from them. Really beautiful, and they had it marked down from $14 to $7.50. You get 28 eyeshadows in here. That comes out to about 27 cents per eyeshadow. So I'm showing you up close swatches with this palette today. I've also included a full tutorial creating a look using a lot of the beautiful purples in there, and I will let you know if it's one that's worth getting or if you should save your money for something else in the drugstore. What the heck. Let's go ahead and show swatches firsthand because these are going to be some monster palettes to swatch. So it'll probably take me a little bit of time. While I'm showing you the swatches, I'll just talk to you for a second here. I'm going to create a cooler toned look with these eyeshadows. I've had a lot of requests for a more cool toned tutorial, and I hear you. I'm going to be doing one for you today. There's so many eyeshadows to choose from here. I don't know what to start with. Okay, I'm getting some ideas here. I'm going to begin with this purple shade right here, and this palette is called Love You Very Much. And I'm going to apply that on the inner half of the lid. A little light there. We're going to layer it a little more. Could be just the color I chose too. It is a rather light purple, and I may be too pale for this shade. It's light, but it's there. I mean, I had to layer it about 3 times, which I probably will cut out, but just so you know. Next shade I'm taking from the palette is this purple right here, and it's very deceiving, but if you look at it up close, it's purple with blue glitter specks. It has some iridescent qualities to it, and I'm going to apply that on the outer half of the lid. That one's a little better than the first eyeshadow, but like I said, it could be that it's just a very light eyeshadow, that first one. Yeah, because this one goes on pretty well. They're not the best. I mean, they're good. They're not the best drugstore eyeshadows I've ever used, put it that way. Take a little bit more effort, but I feel like at this price point, I mean, come on, 27 cents an eyeshadow. I'm going to do my very best to make it work. The next shade I want to use is this light purple at the top of the palette. And I'm going to be using that in the crease. Ooh, very light. Yeah, hard to see that one. This will be my 3rd layer of the eyeshadow in the crease. I want you to know when I edit this video how many layers I am applying each time I apply an eyeshadow, because I may not show the full application, but just know that each eyeshadow I've used up to this point, I have had to apply it in about 3 layers to get it to show up. It's a very light look. It's pretty. I lost a little bit of depth on the outer corner there, so I'm going to go back with a deeper purple this time, and I'm going to use this shade on the palette and apply it to the outer corner of the eye. See if I can build up some more purple. And that is helping. That helps a lot. Well, it's a very soft look, and it is pretty on the eyes. Very cool toned. Not usually what I go for, but it is pretty. To complete my eyes, I am adding a purple eyeliner. I'm using one of the Maybelline Lasting Drama pencils here in Polished Amethyst. And then for my lashes, I'm going to add a pair from MyLine InkyMinkyLashes.com. These are in the style White Lie. I love them because they don't compete with eyeshadow, and especially with a look like this, I really want the eyeshadow to be the focus and not the lashes. Now, normally I conduct a wear test when I review palettes like this, and I would have loved to have done that for you, but I'm so sorry to tell you that I was not able to do that with the Essence palette. Jet has been having horrific night terrors that just started a few days ago, and it's to the point where he's waking up every hour on the hour, sometimes every 30 minutes, and my husband and I, the only way we've been able to get sleep these past few nights is just to bring him to bed with us. And thank God, thank you God, Gia is sleeping through the night because she's the only one who's getting any sleep in this house. I can't imagine if she was waking up at the same time Jet was. Oh my gosh. So unfortunately, I've not been able to wake up at 5 a.m. like I normally like to do when I conduct my wear tests. Every minute of sleep counts. But what I will tell you is I generally like an eyeshadow that is very richly pigmented and easy to work with. And I didn't find those qualities to be true with the Essence palette. I had to layer each of these eyeshadows about 3 times on my eyes to get them to show up, and the pigment was very light. So for me personally, this is not going to be a palette that I would go to... Hang on. This is not a palette that I would go for in the future. But what I will tell you is there are some people out there who don't mind working with eyeshadows like this and who like a light wash of color. And for those people, you would enjoy a palette like this. I say that because I've had some people tell me that in the past. So those are the pros and cons with it. At least now you know. Let me know if you've tried this palette out, what you think about it. Normally Essence eyeshadows really impress me, but this one, not so much, unfortunately. I'm sad to tell you that. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Tomorrow I am duping 2 Wet n Wild palettes with 2 Anastasia palettes, and I'll be showing you some up-close tutorials, including this look right here. I'll talk more in detail about that tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you then.